Hi, friends. Welcome back to Live at the Roxy. Ooh. I am, for reasons that I can't express at this current moment, holy shit, I'm having a whirlwind of a day. TBD, to be discussed, not determined. But at this moment, I got back last night from a wedding weekend, which was awesome. So fun in Philadelphia for one of my closest friends since I was a kid. And it was great. I did the World Girls last night. We celebrated Mean Girls Day. It's October 3rd. Today's October 4th. We did that yesterday. And then last night, 2 a.m, I watched many Saints of Newark because I had just come back and then did World Girls, but I was not going to make it through the whole weekend without having seen that because you better believe Sopranos runs in my blood. And then this morning I worked and then went to go see Lamb, which if you haven't heard of Lamb is the newest A24 film. That trailer took me by fucking surprise earlier this year. I watched the trailer when I was actually filming Always Lola in Ohio, and I watched it with some of the cast and the director, and we were all watching it like, what the fuck is this movie? And boy, oh boy, am I excited to talk about both of those things. So let's start with you guys. Hello, welcome back to Live at the Roxy on this Monday, October 4th. Appreciate everybody being in here. Thank you for doing this at a later time. I went to go screen that with the World Girls, so I need to make sure I could do that. I've been very fast and loose with the times that I'm doing this show because, as you guys know, it is something that I love to do. I love to connect with you guys, but it is not it is my bread and butter, and it's not my bread and butter. It's my bread and butter because I do it daily, and it's just my place for me and you guys. But also, life is happening, and it's starting to happen at an extreme rate sometimes. And so I go up when I can go up. Tomorrow, I'm going to go up a little late as well, as I have a meeting with Winston, I believe, in the afternoon. But I'll always keep you guys posted and tweet out and put it on the Patreon when it is that we are going up. And I never know exactly what time that it's going to be, but I just know that I'm going to be, on the days I say I'm going to be here, I'm going to be here, as you guys know, hence me doing this for 2 years at this point. So thank you guys for sticking with that. If you're watching live, y'all are the realest. If you're watching after the fact, y'all are the realest. You know how I feel about the rock stars in general. Let's check out what's going on in the Streamlabs today. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. And then let's turn it over to some reviews in the Streamlabs coming in on this 4th of October. We haven't done, it's been a minute since I've been live at the Roxy. I haven't been here since the 30th. It means this was the first show of October. Happy October to all of you guys. The Zen Glenn Caesar says hello and good day to you, Roxy. Thanks for choosing to hang out with us all today. Peace, bunnies, hugs, and good stuff. To you, your dad, Sky, Jet, Grammy, Papo, and your family. Be most excellent to yourselves and each other, Roxy and Rockstars, because you deserve it. Roxy and Rockstars who show up to give all their support whenever, wherever. I said sport, but I meant support. It sounded like I said sport. They can. Thank you for being a friend and support Candle in the Darkness. For the people around you, everyone who's battling, keep fighting. You're a winner. Every win for you is a win for all. I hope that you each continue breathing in golden sparkles of love and breathing out every bit of stress with each inhale and exhale to break apart and remove all types of energetic blockages so you achieve balance, get to experience happiness and joy each day. May you find your sun, walk in it as much as possible, and fully lose yourself being in it whenever, wherever you can in each of your days, weeks, months, and even your years. Hopefully, it gets easier for you to just be you always and in all ways. Being unselfishly loving and supportive of others, including strangers, whether it's on the internet or not, as well as being kind, caring, and fully unique, makes you humane, worthy, and a cozy fire to be near. You're luminescent, a priceless treasure, and an inspiration. May you each get to smile and laugh out loud like a child at least once a day, today and every single day for the rest of your lives, so that, wow, was that thunder? You glow in your flow and radiate because your story and song of life is important and deserves to be seen and heard. So much love to you, the Zen Glenn Caesar. Appreciate you. Also in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Hitman Hudson says, OMG, Bubba Wallace won. For those of you who don't know, Bubba Wallace is a black NASCAR driver who became the first black driver to win. Who became the first black NASCAR driver to win a race in NASCAR's top series since 1963. Let's freaking go. Yeah, I remember who Bubba Wallace was because that was the person who found the noose, but then it ended up being a noose, correct? That's the first time I think I heard of Bubba Wallace. That's awesome that he won. Congratulations. I don't watch NASCAR at all. But that's pretty fucking huge. So congrats to anybody who's a Bubba Wallace fan. And to Bubba Wallace himself. Hell to the yeah. Yeah. Shout out to all of you guys who are in here right now. To Cena Bigelow, C. Lou Bonino, Manny Gonzalez, Matt Link, Alan Smithy, John Perillo, Murderanta, John Get Bent, Mark Jason Ali, Christian Hardesty, Glenn Caesar, George Pruitt, what up, Dirt, Kurt Hagens, and all of the people. Juan Mendez, Vicious Ocean. Yes. Thank you guys all for joining us today live at the Roxy. It's going to be a brief show as I'm meeting back up with the World Girls. I told them I had to come home and do the show between the screening we went to and our meeting, but we have a big World Girl meeting tonight about a lot of different things. So I'm going to be doing that relatively soon. So getting your questions, comments, concerns early, including you, Leonard Kim, in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Striar. Leonard Kim says, hey, Dimple Tits, Roxy, how are you doing? Kind of sounds like you're having a doozy of a day. Oh boy, am I. Yeah, I was hit with like a crazy thing today. I'm just trying to put it to the side to, when you have something kind of nuts happen to you and you're like, just do your job, just get through, like, let this hit you tonight or something because you just don't have time to deal with this right now. That. What were some of the highlights of your Philly adventure outside of the wedding? The hair looks gorgeous. Thank you, Leonard Kim. The Philly adventure was so much fun. I went and did the Rocky Steps, which I posted on Instagram for you guys to see. I'm a huge Rocky fan, so it was really cool to be able to actually go and do those Rocky Steps and to see the Rocky statue and the whole thing. And I went with one of my best friends, Chris, the guy that I stayed with when I was in Chicago, who I love. And so, yeah, it was just so fun to do that. And then with a big group of our friends, we went around and did a lot of things. I made everybody go to the Betsy Ross house. I've been a big Betsy Ross fan since I was a kid. For those of you guys who don't know who Betsy Ross is the person who's credited with sewing the first American flag. Betsy Ross is a fucking G. I remember being in elementary school, and there was one section of our library in elementary school that had only biographies and autobiographies. And so there were 3 different Betsy Ross biographies, and I read them all. Some of them were like picture books, and some of them were more intense, but I just really like Betsy Ross's story. And it was cool being at her house because when you go to her house, there's like a built-on museum-y section of it, and then there's her actual house. But they told us, which is so, I don't know why I found this so inspiring. Maybe it shouldn't be as inspiring to me as it was, but they told us that Betsy Ross didn't own this house. This was one of several houses throughout her life that she rented because Betsy Ross never had enough money to own a house. And I was just thinking about how there's no way Betsy Ross thinks that I know her name today, but I've known Betsy Ross's name since I was 5 years old. And you don't have to be rich to make an impact on people. Some of the people who made the biggest impact didn't have money themselves, didn't have the means themselves. So, when I'm struggling, like a lot of us are now, when any of us are struggling right now, you don't have to have all the money in the world to impact somebody's life and lives for years to come in ways that you don't even know how they're going to impact it. So that was really interesting. And then also we went to Liberty Bell. There was a really long line, so we just looked in the window. That was cool too. Just to spend time with some of my friends. They had left their babies at home with their parents. And so it was nice to be able to see them and like really just talk to them and hang out. And 2 of my best friends there were pregnant. So to be able to spend some time with them like that. And then one of my best friends who was there, who has a baby, but this was her first night leaving her baby since her baby has been born. This was the one who I went with my mom to, or went with her to my mom's bench in Newton. And so it was really nice to be able to sit with, to hang out with her. And she was living it up and drinking because it was her first time away from home, and she was just having a great time. So it was a lot of fun. The wedding was great. The bride and groom are awesome, and just Jewish weddings are really short. So it was a blast. It was really, really great. It was really wonderful, lovely all around. Food was good. Just yes. Very, very nice wedding. Thank you for asking. I appreciate you. Any other questions, comments, concerns? Streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Get them in loud, get them in proud, get them in now. As we're going to talk a little bit about, let's go with Many Saints of Newark first. I was deciding which one of these I wanted to talk about first, but let's talk about Many Saints of Newark. So, little background information on me. I watched Sopranos in real time. I watched Sopranos as it was coming out. I loved The Sopranos. I thought that The Sopranos, I still think The Sopranos is one of the best shows of all time. It is an incredible look inside a world that I truly know nothing about. And it makes you fall in love with characters that you absolutely despise. It makes you despise characters that you absolutely love. It is everything it needs to be and more. But I have not seen The Sopranos since it was off the air in 2007. So maybe I did some rewatch. I haven't seen The Sopranos in at least a decade. Maybe an episode here and there, but I have not done a rewatch in at least a decade. So that's so crazy because some of these episodes I probably haven't seen since 1999. And then it ran 99 to 2007. That being said, the show was so impactful that I remember most of the major things. I remember most of the major deaths. I remember all of the major characters, obviously. But I don't remember 100% like, okay, how did that family dynamic work? And when this person was born, who was the parents what exactly happened there? So I think that a lot of my friends did a rewatch of this, like Christian Harloff was doing a rewatch of this right before this, or I know that Steph was watching it for the first time before she hasn't seen this movie yet. I think that is a really cool, if you've never seen The Sopranos, you have to watch it before you watch this movie because otherwise you're going to get the series ruined for you because within 5 seconds of of Many Saints of Newark, there's major spoilers for The Sopranos, like major spoilers. And so you need to see it. But I don't think you need to rewatch it, although it probably would enhance things. For me, I was like, oh yeah, I remember enough to know what's going on here. And I was doing a little IMDbing throughout it, like, oh, who played this? Oh, yeah, that's who that was. And this is who this is. But in general, I will give you guys this for my spoiler-free thoughts on this. And then I can, if you guys want, we can go into spoilers. But for right now, spoiler-free, I really liked it. I'm shocked with how many people did not like this. I feel like the people who didn't like this went into this expecting it to be something it totally wasn't, which I'm surprised by because this was not a prequel series. This was a 2-hour prequel movie. I don't know who thought that this would be able to give us as much as a season of The Sopranos gave us. It gave us some really cool insight into some things that previously had happened. It let us spend a little bit of time with some characters that we wanted to know when they were younger. And it was like 2 good back-to-back episodes of The Sopranos, but as a prequel. Do I want more? Yes, 1,000%. Do I think this would have been better as a series? Yes, 1,000%. But it wasn't that. It was a movie. And for what they could do in 2 hours, I think they did a good job. I thought the performances were spot the fuck on. Just so well acted, such great casting, really cool, really good writing, just really good, really solid. Did it leave me wanting more? Yeah. And was I annoyed that we didn't have more? Yeah, duh. But sometimes that's the way life works. I hope we get more. I hope we see more of this. I think I read today that David Chase said that there might be a sequel to this prequel, which would still be a prequel to the series, I think, because if it's going to be a not prequel to the series, if it's going to be a sequel to the series, they're going to have to answer some questions that the show has been unwilling to answer. So, yeah, I really liked it. As a diehard Sopranos girl who hasn't seen it in years, but still loves these characters and fully understood going into this that it is a 2-hour movie. Gosh, it did a good job. I thought it did a really good job. So those are my thoughts. If you guys want more on that, Streamlabs in. If you have questions for me, comments, concerns, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Leonard Kim in the Streamlabs says, out of curiosity, what kind of cake were they serving at the wedding? How crunk did you get on the dance floor? What is happening? Is it thunder? Are you guys hearing that? Wait, I'm going to open the blinds to see what is even taking place? Like, it's almost like it feels like an earthquake, but it sounds like thunder. Oh, I don't see what's going on. So fucking weird. And then he said, "Yeah, I said crunk. Don't judge. I'm not judging. I just don't know what it means. Getting crunk on the dance floor, is that like how drunk or how much did I dance?" Matt Link says, "Yep, it's loud thunder, Roxy. Wow, it's really fucking loud. But it's not raining at all. And there's no lightning. Is it raining? Oh, actually, is it pouring? It's either pouring or it's not raining at all. Let me check my weather app. You know, when you look out, you guys know I don't have good eyesight. I cannot tell. I just cannot tell. It's probably thunder. It says that it's raining in LA, but I don't see any rain. It doesn't mean it's not happening, though. Who the fuck knows? All right. I don't know what kind of cake they had. I didn't have any. I usually do, but I didn't even see the cake. I saw a cake in the corner, but I don't think it ever got served to me. I was dancing on the dance floor, and also I met a new friend that I was talking to for a lot of the evening, who was great. He was really, really interesting. He's a director, and he lives in Atlanta, but I really liked getting to know him. I love at weddings. I hung out with all of my like best high school homies, but then I like meeting new people. And so it was nice to talk to somebody, and yeah, he was very cool. So I spent most of the time either dancing or eating the food, which was good. I ordered pasta. I've never done that at a wedding before, but I got the pasta. It was good. Wow. Holy shit. You guys can hear that, right? It's so fucking loud. Just crazy. Whoa. Streamlabs in. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Would love to hear from you. All right, let's talk about the other one. So I went over many Saints of Newark, and I'm happy to answer any more questions or thoughts that I had on that. Today, I went with the World Girls to see Lamb. By a show of bunnies, who in here has heard of Lamb? The only reason I knew of Lamb was because Lamb was a trailer that we watched during one of like our cast bonding moments on Always Lola. A bunch of us watched this trailer. We would watch like YouTube videos or whatever. And this trailer had dropped when we were there. And so we all watched it. It's an A24 film. I really like A24, obviously. I talk about a lot of their movies. And so when we got the last minute invite to this movie, by the way, when D, Steph, and I showed up, usually they like have our company name written on there, and they just like, just says YouTube. Are you guys the YouTube girls? And we were like, I guess we're the YouTube girls. I suppose we're the YouTube girls. I recommend watching this trailer if you're debating whether you should see this movie. If you already know you're going to see it, then just skip the trailer because you don't want anything to be given away for you. But this trailer sold me. I didn't know that I was going to see this movie. Then I saw the trailer and I was like, oh, holy fuck, I'm going to go see this movie. It classifies itself, I think I saw in the marketing, as like, here on IMDb, it says it's a drama horror mystery. I would say it's not that scary. It's not really scary at all for me. It is definitely mysterious and dramatic. And oh my gosh, did I love this movie. I loved this movie. I love movies like this. Not that there's ever been a movie like this, but I like movies that take themselves very seriously, but introduce a premise that you don't think could ever happen. But if it did happen, how would everybody handle it? It was really bizarro. The log line or the plot description on IMDb is: a childless couple, Maria and Ingvar, discover a mysterious newborn on their farm in Iceland. The unexpected prospect of family life brings them much joy before ultimately destroying them. I would say that is an interesting description of this. An interesting description. The director was a director that I think he was a first-time director. I did not know him. Valdemar Johansson, I think is how you say it. And I did not know any of these actors. it was subtitles, but you guys know I have a hard time reading, and the subtitles went at a good pace. Ooh, now I see lightning. Now I see the lightning. The whole building is shaking. Holy fuck. How did all that just it went from, it was so sunny and nice. I was driving with the top down. Chrome spinning. Wild. Anyway, Lamb, just excellent. Weird. I kind of felt like it wasn't the same as the Lobster, but that's one of my, like, I was absolutely obsessed with the Lobster when it came out. That Colin Farrell, Rachel Weisz movie that came out, the Yorgos Lanthimos movie that came out a few years ago. It was in 2015. Wow, I would have guessed more recent. That is kind of obscure, but that one's a little more funny. Yorgos does a lot of things that are like The Favorite and Killing of a Deer, like a lot of the same types of thematically. This has you ask a lot of questions afterwards. That's what this movie did for me. Afterwards, I just wanted to talk to Dee and Steph in the bathroom about it nonstop. I was like, holy shit, what do you guys think? How did you feel? What was happening at this part? What do you think this meant? I was really into it, but it's obscure. And if you don't like obscure movies, then you're definitely not going to like this. So let me know what you guys think if you're going to go see it. It comes out this weekend, I believe. Going into the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Jake Yakoveta in the house. Hi, Jake. Are you home yet? Welcome back if you are. He said, finally home. Oh, could have just read that before I asked the question. Finally home after that long-ass drive. 3 days of walking through theme parks while heavily drinking means my legs are completely fucking dead. AJ and I were drunk as fuck last night and converted someone into a Schmodown fan. He already knew Screen Junkies. Yeah, but you got to convert him to being a Whirl friend. What are you doing? Whirl friend. He be a Schmodown fan. That's fucking awesome too. Whirl friend and Rockstar. Let's go, Jake. What happened? That's cool. The new Screen Junkies. I miss being with Screen Junkies. Oh well, all's well that ends well? Question mark. Exclamation point. Ellipses. Insert thing here. Questions, comments, concerns, send them in before we get out of here. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. I wonder what's happening as I'm supposed to meet up with the girls. I'm going to text them. Wow, that thunder. Just curious what they say. Instagram and Facebook were down today, and it was so fucking weird. You never realize how much you check an app until every time you go to tap on it, it's down, and you're like, why do I keep fucking doing that? Why do I keep tapping on this thing? Like, holy shit, it just keeps saying it's down. I didn't even know I look at Instagram that much, and then like 45 times this morning it was down, and I was like, stop doing that, Roxy. Stop fucking doing that. Janine, my girl. Janine says, the good old days. Sigh. Wait, what happened in the good old days? I already don't even remember what it is that I said. Steve Caldwell says, are you going to do a screening for No Time to Die? Ah, the lightning. Do you guys see it on me? This thunder is fucking nuts. Holy shit. Is it sound as loud for you guys as it does for me? It's like shaking my whole fucking building. I'm supposed to leave to go to this World Girl meeting, but oh, Janine says the SJ Plus days. LOL. I know. Feels like a lifetime ago. I do miss that. I'm not going to screen for No Time to Die because I've only ever seen one James Bond movie before, and that James Bond movie was GoldenEye because I played the video game, and so I'm not a big Bond person, so I don't think I would understand much of what. Well, I think I'd be able to piece together fine, but who's our Bond right now? Is it Daniel Craig? I think that's who it is. I've never seen any of his other movies. I should probably watch them at some point, but I haven't. That thunder's coming in strong. Yeah, Jake. Now it's pouring. Wow, I can hear it. Holy shit. Wow, Corey Hendrickson says, I named my cat after you. Roxy is such a beautiful name. Thanks, Corey. Do you know how many people come up to me a day and say, well, not a day, but a month, and say, when they say, what's your name? I say, Roxy. Say, my dog's named Roxy. I'm like, wow, that's cool. No, I've seen Knives Out, Jake, but it's not a James Bond movie. Scratch his head. I really want to watch Squid Game soon. You guys know I suck at captions because I'm partially dyslexic and such a bad reader, but I'm going to. Yeah, you guys can hear it. Oh my God. It's so fucking loud. All right, going back into the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/RoxyStrider. Glenn Caesar says, lastly, I hope you live in serenity and find your happiness, knowing that you're able to just be you, aka be your most authentic self. There's no one better at being you than you. You know why. That's from What Happens in Vegas. It's my favorite line. There's no one better at being you than you. Hashtag be you. I swear to God, my window almost just fell in. Oh, shit. My windows are open downstairs. All right, I'm going to go. Much love, everybody. Stay safe, stay sane. Put down the toilet seat and lid. Don't try with the Holocaust. Brett Miles, Jonathan, the rest of the cops who killed Breonna Taylor, all three of them for killing Breonna Taylor. Check your internet. You do so by blowing on it. Wow, she just panicked. Much love to all of you guys. That was fucking insane. I'll keep you guys posted. I'll see you tomorrow on SCN Live and Live with Roxy. I love y'all. Okay, bye.